Okay, so this project is all about drawing in 2 dimension. Both in the industry and the education system, there are still individuals who would prefer drawing 2 dimensions. So we're going to show you how to use Revit to draw 2 dimension. Essentially, the concepts are the same, whether you're using Parallel Bar, you're using AutoCAD, or Revit. We're just going to go through the process and work it out. We will use in Revit Annotate to draw 2-dimensional drawings. Annotate allows you to get into detail lines, and detail lines are the type of lines that you can only see per view, which means per level. So it really takes you to the traditional way of drawing. So we go through here and you'll see the command lines that are very similar to AutoCAD. Line, rectangle, drawing circle, polylines, arches, fillet, and pick lines. Very, very similar. And these are your tools to modify the draw lines. We're going to draw a very, very simple one-room building with flat roof overhang. We're going to start with a rectangle. Initially, you just draw a rectangle, click, drag. Don't worry about the dimensions. You can always come back and click on the dimensions and change the dimensions. The dimensions that I'd like you to work with are 24 feet. You can spell it out in feet. In the opposite direction, we would like it to be 12 feet, 0 inches. So there it is, my 12 feet by 24 feet. You can pick the item with the motherly hug. What do I mean by that? As you drag from the top down, you get a window and you put the whole object in the window, and you can move, very similar to AutoCAD, from a junction to here. What did I do? I moved it within my view. These are my elevations and I tried to centralize it. I can use the roller and get closer to draw my lines. I then, just like AutoCAD, pick a line, allows me to offset, so I'm picking a line, offset. I can identify the amount of offset, so I pick a line, I'm going to undo, because I don't want it to be done. So you can pick a line, offset, identify the amount. I want to identify the amount as 8 inches. Pick the line, go on the side that you want to go. 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches. Revit will clean it up. It has some intelligence. It will decide what you want to do. Sometimes it's not what you want to do, so you have to work against it. So I hit escape, so I'm out of that command. Alright? So essentially I made 12 feet this way, 24 feet this way. I offset my walls, 8-inch walls. Not a big deal. Now what I like to do is place a door over here and a window that are aligned, 3 feet door. The way I approach it is I draw a line, annotate, detail line, draw a line. It doesn't matter, anywhere right now. So I drew a line anywhere. Now I'm going to use offset. Same thing we did with manual drafting. Offset, this time I want it to be 3 feet. Offset my line 3 feet this way. Now, scroll closer. I'm going to show you how to detail this and clean it up so this becomes an opening. I'm going to pick this. It's called split element. Split this line, split this line. Essentially, if you look at it, you pick this line, it's now that short. You pick this line, it's that short. This allows me to chamfer, trim or extend the corner. Pick this line, pick that line. Pick this line, pick that line. If you pick the wrong side, see? If you pick the wrong side, it goes the wrong way. Undo it. So pick this line, pick that line, pick this line, pick that line. It's a fancy tool and it works really, really well. Now I want to do the same thing on the opposite side. I want to work out the same thing. I'm going to show you a different line. So I'm going to go annotate, detail line, just draw a line here, and I'm going to offset again, escape, pick the line, offset, 3 feet, go this way. Now I'm going to show you another way of trimming. I'm going to use this, trim, extend, multiple line. I choose my line, I pick the side that I like, it's this side, and that's, oops, what does it do? It gets rid of everything. What do I have to do? I have to split the line first. Split, split, escape. Pick this line, go on this side, pick that line, go on that side. That allows me to trim it. Okay? So pick this line, go on this side, pick that line, go on this side. But then this is left over, so that takes a whole lot more time. So this is much faster to work with it if I did it this way. So that's why this is my favorite tool. That's my favorite tool. But you learn how to extend and trim, and it works the same way. Now, so I have these openings, and I want them to be aligned, and I would like this corner actually be on the inside distance, 3 inches. Why? Because that's what I need for my structure. So I go annotate, draw a line from this junction to here. Now, this line, I would like to change my line type. As I click my line, I go over here and it says thin line. I want it to become a hidden line. Here's a hidden line. And I like to take that hidden line and drag it straight. Don't let it go diagonal. So that's my dashed line. I would like to offset that dashed line by 3 inches. 3 inches. So I'm going to go here. Alrighty? So now what I like to do is I'm going to zoom forward. I would like to move that opening, escape first so I get out of this, move this opening to be aligned there. Watch. Motherly hug, you pick it, move from this junction to that junction. I'm going to do it again. Undo. Motherly hug, pick, move from that junction, you see the square, to that junction, you see the X. Voila. Didn't change the size, it just moved and moved it back to there. This is really nice and fast. When you do this with Revit, it's faster than AutoCAD, certainly faster than manual drafting. So again, move, oops, motherly hug, move from this junction to that junction. So now I'm done. Now that I've done my work, I no longer need these two. With a tornado pick moving from bottom up, as soon as it hits the 2 lines, it picks them up. I would like to delete them. There it is. I've deleted them. Now I want to turn all of these lines to a thick line. Watch what happens. I'm going to, with a motherly hug, I'm going to pick all the lines that I did. Right now they're done in thin line. What I like to do is go down and change them to medium line. And you go, what changed? I'm going to go here, change the line thickness. You can't tell the difference here as much. Now watch this. I'm going to take this and take them and change them to wide line. I don't know why it's not called thick line, but it's wide line. Now I'm going to go here and you can see the line hierarchy difference. Between medium and wide line, you can't tell the difference as much. So sometimes you got to go wide to see it. Now, I like to draw the window opening right here with thin line. I go annotate, detail line. I'm going to go thin line, make sure it's thin, not wide. Draw a line from this junction to that junction. It's hard to see the corners, so I'm going to go back and change everything to thin line. Now I'm going to draw again, detail line, thin line, from here to here. I want to express the window, so my wall thickness is 8 inches. I would like to offset this line 3.5 inches and this line 3.5 inches so I can get 2 lines very close to each other representing glass. Pick this line, offset 3.5 inches to this side, to that side. So that allows me to see this as a glass line. Turn on the line hierarchy, you can see it looks really, really nice. So I have the window on this side. Now I'm going to go on this side and go annotate, draw a thin line from here. And I'm going to, as I drag it in this direction, see the dashed line, I'm holding it straight. I type in 3, I'm going to say feet, I hit enter, it allows me to draw that line 3 feet. That's my 3 feet line that I just drew. Now I'm going to draw an arc. I'm going to go an arc from this junction to that junction. I want it to be 3 feet easy. Did it. So now I look back and I say, I did this. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a dashed line wrapping around the whole building, representing the overhang. I'm going to use a dashed line, hidden line to represent my roof overhang. I'm going to go offset. How much I want everything to offset? 1 foot. So 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. You go, Nazi, you did dashed line. Why did it happen that way? Because it's using that line as the offset. So I need to go back and change that to dashed line. I should have or could have, just I'm doing it with a tornado pick from the bottom. Any line that it hits, it's going to pick. I'm going to put them in my hidden lines. Use my favorite extend corner trim. I used to call it an AutoCAD chamfer. Here it is. So that's my roof dashed line. So I'm ready to do dimensioning now. Alrighty. Escape. Dimension is part of annotate too. So I'm going to do my overall dimension, linear dimension from here to here. And I'm going to go out, a little bit further out, so it's nice and clean. Now I'm going to dimension from this junction, that dot, to this dot. And I'm going to come right out, a little bit further out. There it is. Now I'm going to dimension some interior dimension or window dimension. Now, as you remember, I'm going to do the window dimension from there to there. Now, watch what I'm going to do. This time I'm going to say annotate. I'm going to use a line. I'm going to use this line and that line, and I like to come about here. Then I'm going to continue, okay? So I'm going to continue with this one, but wait a minute, I should have done it all in one shot. So I'm going to undo, okay? So one more time, aligned, I'm going to pick this line, and that line. Watch it, does it all in one shot. So that right there looks good, okay? Now I like to take that dimension and pull it out with a line. So you see that dot? Pulling it out right there. There it is. Now I want to change the dimension. That's too big and I don't like it like that. So I pick my dimension, which it is. Now I can go over here and change the dimension lines right this. And so I can actually edit. And when I edit, I need to duplicate. And it's very important that I name it. So I'm going to call it 2/32. And I'm going to say OK. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to change the dimension text. Look for it. The dimension, keep coming down until you see the dimension text. 2/32. All right. Now, I want to change a whole bunch of stuff here too. So everything that's 3/32, I'm going to change it to 2. Everything that's 3/32, I'm going to change it to 2. So, text size, we're good. 2/32, we're good. And we say OK. So look, it became 2/32 smaller than this one. So there is hierarchy of dimension size here versus here. Now I'm going to do my horizontal dimensioning. Annotate. Now I'm going to go here, here, here. Oops, didn't do it for me. So pick. Now as you get closer. Pick this line to this line. Keep on going to this line.